Good morning, everybody. Nobody's here yet, but good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, this is a game that my friend bought for me pretty recently. And playing it with just him and me has been really, really fun. And I kind of have a thing for playing these friend slops alone. So I kind of figured, why would I not attempt this one by myself? They better be adding more cosmetics in the future. Not that the cosmetics matter. Um, let's go. Maximum players one. Actually, I can go offline. Heck yeah. Timer on. But none of these difficulties say like what the changes are, and that's kind of annoying to me. Because I know for a fact that the wiki isn't up to date. So not knowing what Doomed, Madman, what Doomed or Madman does specifically is interesting. I wonder if hardcore is like there's no revives, or if hardcore is like just a bit more difficult. I wonder. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. You don't ever need to do anything fancy on the first day. So, yep. There I am. Poor little Ophi, sentenced to Kletka. Elevator jail forever. So anytime that you start this game, you have 3 special random abilities. So I get an extra life, which is amazing in single player. Darkness resistance, which quite honestly I'm not exactly sure what that is even after having beaten the game. Um, I fart and I go faster when I fart. It's kind of it's the Binding of Isaac item. Acid resistance should be good though, and then strong legs are also probably gonna be solid. Um, I feel like our loadout for a single player run is pretty good. Me and my friend were, oh yeah, let me I already have the gamma cranked up, but let's just, so that people can see things, because I'm gonna be pretty regularly walking around um without my flashlight on, and the game gets really, really dark sometimes. Also, the last like 3 times that I've started this game, we've beaten up this body here, and it's given a weapon, which we're basically certain that the weapon is guaranteed at this point, with it being like 4 in a row. I think it must be guaranteed that you get one weapon. The last time we played, it gave a leg and an arm, which is ridiculous. Like, getting 2 weapons right off the start is actually wacko. This is Kletka. I should probably do just like a little rundown. This is our ship or our truck for the friend slot. We got gas container, just relative elevator condition. And then the mouth up top can be used for storage, weapon crafting, or like I did with that meat before, you can feed it, and when you feed it, actually I did it in kind of a bad order, but you start with 75 fuel, and that little bit of meat is worth 3 fuel. So if you feed Kletka, then it just is a different way of getting fuel to her. Because regularly I would be at 75, but it's a 78 right there, and that's provable. Then, boom, music. I have no clue what this song is. I should probably learn eventually. Um, and there's 100 floors. There's a boss every 33 floors, which the boss was added like a month ago, or something akin to that. And all of the streamers that played this game fast uh, played it before the updates, and my buddy who introduced me to the game um, told me about it after the updates. So I started playing it, and I was like, holy moly, this game is really, really cool. I'm such a huge fan of all of this. Um, I wonder why I haven't heard coverage. And then you kind of, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but watching other people play, um, especially in earlier versions, there are some glaring flaws. Like, if you watch like Markiplier or cartoons H2O Delirious, then the version they're playing on, it's every single level before the like end of the game is stylized after this one specific area, which is insane. Because that was the demo, so it's less than 100 levels, but still, that's 80 levels where the variance between the individual stages that you play is probably maybe 10 different levels with RNG elements inside of them, which is painful. And in the current update, there's 3 different zones. It changes zones after every boss fight, which is great. Feels nice and climactic. You beat the big bad, and then you are able to explore something cooler. And most of the time, these early levels kind of... I find the very first few levels will have, like, an upgrade almost always, but struggle in the other departments. Like, I don't think we're really going to see many enemies. The traps are kind of, like... I don't want to call the traps easy, but they feel like I have done them before. I'm just gonna... And there's a mechanic in this game called the Samosbor. I might be pronouncing it wrong because it's Russian. But it's essentially just big poison gas that screws shit up. And that's it. It's starting right now. When the rumbling happens, that's how you know that the Samosbor is happening. And so you need to get on the correct side of one of these big-ass doors and close it. So now that that door is closed and I'm on the correct side of it, the Samosbor can't hurt me. It's gonna be loud and noisy, and then when I leave this area, there's gonna be a bunch of mess outside, maybe some new enemies, but for now I'm safe. It's just scary. And I would say that one of the main things that the game does kind of bad is explain how you deal with the Samosbor. Because it says that you need to hide behind an airlock door, but it doesn't tell you which side of the door is behind. Like it's the flat side of the door rather than the curved side of the door. But it's so very easy to lose a life to being like, okay, I need to defend myself from the airlock door, or from the Samosbor with the airlock door. And so thusly, I will now act accordingly. And then you just stand on the wrong side of the door and die anyway. Which, it's only one death that happens that way, but I feel like, roguelikes are leaning towards the path of wanting to give the player a chance, I feel. Oh, shit. I farted and there was a guy behind me. I farted and there was a guy behind me. That's insane. That's insane, RNG. My fart trait. The trait that makes you fart. That I was born with. It activated and then I turned around because I heard something. And this guy, what's his name? Iron Forward? Buddy just showed up. Eating a tato loaf on your grave. Get teabagged while I eat bread. And sometimes it can be really important to kill the mimics because they'll like steal shit from your elevator. I really have no idea how this guy got in here. Because I closed the big door, and unless it's like enemy, giant enemy spider. That's just somebody else's bit. I wonder why the evil goo it penetrated. It's the evil goo and the spawns are only supposed to happen outside of the door. That was a little glitch there. So I think what actually happened is the Samosbor ended and then it spawned a bunch of shit like it's supposed to. And immediately thereafter, put a mimic behind me. It's a silly thing to happen. A little sludge ball. I kind of don't want to deal with the slime cube. Oh, and both of those are locked anyway. Okay. You can punch down the locked doors, but I think with 3 enemies in that little corner, it's not worth. Not worth. simply not worth. I like how calming this song is. Some of the music that you get is like, you don't even, it's a lot. Some of the music is a lot. Like, we're sitting here listening to essentially a lullaby. Sometimes you're listening to like Flight of the Bumblebees. It's like, yeah, man. That's what I want in the middle of my horror game. I escape a spooky ooky monster and I just hear. It's an important feeling. Because when you get more cassette tapes, I think that it's always on shuffle. It feels like it's always on shuffle. We only have one song right now, and if you start, I just farted again. If you start with a song that you like, then you can just simply not put in any other cassette tapes that you find, and then wowie, would you look at that? You listen to the same song for 3 hours straight. I also, it's totally likely that I will just not have time to win a whole run if I survive that long. It's also totally possible that I explode and the run ends. Especially due to creatures like that one over there. Oh, really? You saw me? Oh, and then I stood up early. That sucks. Yeah, man. That was a lot at once. So there's tripwires, and there are crawly dudes with landmines on them. I'm not exactly sure what the heck the hitbox is on the crawly dudes, but what you're supposed to do is throw a bottle at them precisely. And then afterwards, they'll explode. But sometimes I feel like I hit them with a bottle directly, and it just, like, it feels like nothing happens. It's just, like, you physically see the bottle doink off of them, and nothing occurs. Nothing at all. Not even slightly. I also feel like there's a huge part of streaming games that have flashlights that I don't think about. Because when I play a video game alone, I usually play in a pretty dark room, so I can kind of just sit here and like stare a little bit harder if I can't see anything. But if I'm trying to make content, then I know for a fact that not everybody's gonna be sitting in a dark room to watch every single video of their life. So it's a dilemma of I'm so used to not using the flashlight ever, but it's purely for everybody's benefit that I make the screen brighter. And I ain't quite used to that. That's power beyond my wheelhouse. I think it's cruel that they gave us a Giga Wrench and it's not even charged yet. Or sorry, not charged yet. I meant, it's not charged fully. Oh, the bitch ass flies. Luckily, flies are weak to flashlight. I'm not entirely sure what universe invented that, but it sure is a thing. Watch me almost run into a tripwire. I mean, that's better than the time that I did run into a tripwire. Oh, okay. I don't think I got him. Yeah, I definitely did not. See? That's what I'm saying. Okay, goodbye. Thank you, strong legs. That's what I mean by it's totally a thing sometimes that you'll just huck a bottle at him perfectly and nothing will happen. Because the last one that came after me, very much the exact opposite happened, where I aimed my bottle very, very poorly, and yet, despite that, faced no consequences. And that time I felt like I aimed my bottle quite expertly, and faced all of the consequences. I wanted to punch the vase, because you can break the vases. I've never found anything inside of a vase, but you definitely can punch things inside of the vases. It's a thing that you can do. It's a feature. I quickly noticed that this is a game where I'm not gonna be drinking coffee, because it gets slowed down by single player. I guess I do have these doors. But I usually I swallow so loud, so I try to I try to min-max my microphone. And sorry, words are hard. I try to min-max my microphone and move it away from my massive gob, in the sakes of making the audio pollution a little bit less bad. I kind of wonder how successful that is ever. I love farting. Gas in there. I can't tell if there's anything else. You can open those crack walls with a mine, which we are going to do. Okay. Me 20 seconds ago, I'm not gonna get to drink any coffee. Literally, it gives me 100 million years to take the slowest sip that you've ever seen. I'm kind of cracked for that. Okay. My Giga Wrench is almost exploded, but we're probably just gonna grab another landmine. You have to have an empty hand to punch, and for some reason that was a really hard decision in my mind to drop which one of my wrenches. I hate locked doors. They make me angry. Yo, drugs. Also, yeah, sometimes the doors just completely lose all of their gravity. I don't really know why it's a thing that happens. Okay. Currently in the possession of too much junk. We're just gonna leapfrog the shit that we have. Like, I don't know. Why not? It feels like the proper thing to do. Who needs inventory space? Who needs inventory space? I have all the inventory space I need right frickin' here. Right frickin' here. Oh, and there's literally a backpack upgrade in there. I can see it thanks to my drugs. Thanks to my epic shrooms. I'm kind of mad that that hit me, but it also, historically, it makes sense. I'm just baby raging. Still no lockpick ever. Still no lockpick ever. Yeah, and we still have a bunch of junk to carry. I don't want to carry the gear on my person, but I should swap between these. I keep on hitting tab to try and see my map, which isn't a thing that you can do. That's not a feature. I just have 90 hours in repo, which is a problem, probably. I would hazard a guess that 90 hours in repo is not the most common thing for someone to do. Just a little guess. I don't know what's wrong with me. You can use the left click button for essentially anything that the E button would also do. And sometimes that causes mischief. Sometimes that causes occurrences. Sometimes things happen. I probably should have upgraded my sensor. Just because thinking, if I want to do anything in the, like, hour and 13 minutes that I have left, then I should be skipping a lot of floors. Or holding my sprint button more. It's just, you want to scale up early. It's a roguelike. How do I not play my early floors and be as min-maxy as possible? That feels like the only option. And especially when it's on a floor like this where my Sumo score is passed, because I don't have to care about, like, closing and reopening any of these big doors. You open them once, story's over. Okay. Now this floor is over. And we attained new music that is probably going to be less chill than the current soundtrack we have. Alright, pop that shit in. We get Orpheus in the Underworld. I have no clue. Oh, I do have a clue. We have such a chill soundtrack. It's really quiet, but oh yeah, that's vibes. That's vibes. This rocks. Hell yeah. I totally forgot that you have to stop the elevator. I was just I was vibing to classical music. What can you say? What can you say? What can you say? Okay, potential. But there's 5 upgrade. Okay, there's a friend, and my scanner is so jack shit that I can't see anything else. Hi, friend. It's Toothsucker. Toothsucker is honestly the strongest. I don't know if anybody else saw that. Behind this door, there's a mimic. We are never opening that door ever. Actually, oh shit! If the Samospore comes, we might have to. Because that's the only close airlock. So who boy. Oh, backpack upgrade in there. We are going for a landmine. We are. Flashlight shutting off. Well to be expected. Yo. I got my gears. I should really, before I get 100 million hours in this game, I should figure out what my or not what my, I should figure out how to change my buttons, because I fear that okay, there's literally no reason to have the lumen number, the cucumber. It's a funny ass item, but I think it takes up too much space in this single player universe. If I'm beside myself, if I'm alone in this world, then that feels not right. Is it bad that the music jump scared me? I heard the music starting and I was like, just because I was so used to the darkness. That's a Des Rock song. It's a good Des Rock song. I'm not even the type to talk about music. You know that when the white boy talks about music, it's good. No, that's a lie. Most of my music is extremely situational. I also totally should have I should have healed. Not that I feel in extreme danger, but like we do have the Samospore potential. We do. Also something that I learned with my slight amount of research in this game, outside of me playing, is oh gosh, did I forget it? No, I didn't. That would have been funny if I forgot it immediately. But the drops from crates are random and exempt from what the scanner thinks is going on. So like the scanner, it has its upgrades. It'll be like, oh, I think that there's this much fuel in the level. If you get fuel from a crate like I just did, then that is like completely separate from anything the scanner sees. The fuel spawns in when the crate breaks, so the scanner has no way of knowing it at all. It's like randomized upon being hit, which is a fun little roguelike thing. I think it's funny to fun and funny to care and recognize about those particular weird interactions that don't particularly matter too much, but they're fun to think about. Also, I really don't want to deal with a mimic, so I think that I'm just gonna go. I think I saw their name tag glitching through the world again. I might have just been making stuff up, but I'm pretty sure that they're just right behind that door. And plus, we just got a million gas, so our journey to the underworld is going to be solid. I mean, 100% gas tanks, like we are Slay. We are Legion. Alright. I think that we will skip a couple floors. Oh, and we are forced to skip floor 8, but I don't really care about more fuel. A complete mystery floor, let's go. I love mystery floors. Something I also notice is playing in single player, they changed some stuff slightly. Like the stop button. When you're in multiplayer, it has like a crank timer, like how the door is. It has that little circle that needs to fill up. When you play in multiplayer, the stop button has that exact same thing. So in single player, it's a little bit more convenient to just be able to tap my E button once and attain the same amount of movement. Oh, that's green from my lumen number. I wonder if the lumen number is like a better pun in Russian or something. I don't. I would assume that the game makers are probably not Russian. Maybe that's a bad assumption to make, but if they are Russian, like, okay, let me start it here. Luminumber is a terrible, terrible pun, and I feel nothing upon hearing it. If anything, I feel anger. And so I'm hoping that against all sense there is a reason as to why it may exist, and hopefully it can be better sometime. I think that would be a cool thing to happen. Fuel, don't care, don't care. Upgrades low. That's more upgrades than we've seen in a while. Oh yeah, me when I'm scanning. I see a backpack, and there is 100% potential for the Samospore. Yummy backpack. I really wonder if I should even care about the crates in single player. I feel like it's so slow, but it's also like at the same time as it being slow, I feel like it's going to be giving us most of our benefit. Is that not even like flies that I could destroy, or was that flies that died before I witnessed their health bar? Also, that pipe bursting didn't emit any sound at all, which is curious. It's a situation to be in for sure. That's for sure. All right, that's for sure. Oh, if we're in the goal of showing everything off, this is a spooky, evil chandelier. You can tell because of the evil red light, and if you get closer, there's like red teeth on the inner circle of it. I get caught by those a lot because I really like running into rooms without looking at the ceiling. That's the Samospore. I have not been through an airtight gate. That means that I just need to go. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Give me healing, please. So that's why the Samospore can suck sometimes, but we did get the backpack. The backpack is probably most of what mattered there, if I had to guess. Which, I don't have to, but I'm doing anyway. 5 upgrade, oh my goodness. Okay. The scanner scanned 1 upgrade right here. It is a hard worker. We get plus 10% luck. Cool. So you know that thing I said about busting crates? That's affected by your luck stat. So I think that I'm gonna be busting up some crates a little bit more. It's free material. I don't have to fight it. Dude, the gremlin, he ran by and dropped a 5-er. There was a little creature. No, I've seen that guy before, but that's a really funny thing for them to do. To just run by and like why did he leave me a 5-er? Usually they're supposed to run around and steal your money. I did not ask this little gremlin for a loan. I kind of don't like this floor. Oh, but 5 upgrade. Is that the fucking Samospore? That's the fucking Samospore. I need to leave. Okay, so literally all that happened that floor was a little gremlin gave me a 5-er. Not saying that's bad. Oh, did we get force stopped? We did get force stopped. It's silly. And it's one of these. Oh, thank you, fart speed up. You're everything I desire. Oh. Sorry, this is gonna be a thing. The Blue Danube. Do I know this one? I do. Once again, very relaxing playlist we have today. I see a lockpick, I see another cassette. Lockpick doesn't weigh anything, so we can continue our journey. Oh, actually, I want to go for that cassette differently. Cool. This music kind of reminds me of Rain World. Not that anybody knows what Rain World is, but hi, cassette tape. Those rooms are scary. I I found them a lot with low player lobbies, and none of the funny streamer people have gotten it. I feel like it would have been really cool to see a 6-player lobby try to tackle a room like that with no prior knowledge at all. Cause for a creature like me, it's kind of, I don't know. I did it with relative ease. Pressure. This one's probably going to be more intense, I would guess. Do I know this song? There's one upgrade. I think the scanner sees it back there. I think it is a battery upgrade behind us. Oh! I saw somebody. Hello? What? Why can't I turn my mic on and... Actually, no, there's some enemies. Shit. I was too busy looking for the... Like, I totally saw a player character. I have no clue how they escaped in any meaningful way, but I definitely witnessed a player character, like, for sure. I hate this guy. And my shitty friend doesn't do anything. I don't have any weapons. That's an evil chandelier on top of flies. The most dastardly combination. What happened to the cone? Did they decide to leave me be? I don't know. Oh, cool. Not cool. It's not worth meleeing the enemies, but I want in. So the cones are like okay, my lockpick broke anyway. My lockpick broke anyway. My lockpick broke anyway. I was gonna say the cones are kind of a small enough enemy anyway that I am pretty okay just dealing or just like running past them because they don't really hurt too much when they hit you. It's mostly like you don't want to run past things that if they clip you will do like 30 because it's the whole ass healing item, which is rough. I also feel like for this game being modeled so intensely off of like streamer games, I feel like they don't think about the fact that people have to watch streamer games because there's so many like visual effects that will mess you up. Okay, both of those are locked. So that means that we aren't getting our upgrade because our upgrade is almost definitely in one of those. But there's so many things that affect you visually. Like half of the healing items make your vision worse while you're in like the process of healing. There's a perk that you can start with that just makes your vision go unreliable sometimes. Just stuff like that. Where I'm sure they probably were just more thinking about like what people would like have fun playing a game, but to me it's just a little bit weird to have something so very obviously friend sloppy and at the end of the day it like misses some major key points. But also I probably only think about stuff like that because I am content creating. Like, if I'm sitting here for 30 minutes looking at all the stuff, like, of course I'm gonna have thoughts about it from a streamer's mindset, where I'm sure that the game devs could easily just, like, go past some stuff. What are you? Medkit? Cool. You need to be in Kletka. Backpack upgrade is crazy. Backpack upgrade is wild. It's 25, which I can totally afford. The swag is one of those healing items that makes your health bad. Then the 15 bottles for a full gas can, yeah. That's what we in the business call happening. Otherwise, we're gone. We're out of here. Goodbye. I hate to say this, but I think that the first boss is just gonna end this run pretty intensely, pretty fastly. This is a special floor, so I'm scared. Oh, we're in the back rooms. Look at that. Sorry, coffee. Being one of those YouTubers who has like 20 friends and only plays games with people must be so nice. Because you don't have to worry about like filling the air while you're... Oh, I didn't scan. I mean, there can't be Samosbor on special levels because there's stuff like this where there's very obviously no airlocks. There's 2 upgrades in this entire thing. And the scan didn't reach either of them. Okay. We are going to be maze gaming for a while. 2 upgrades. 2 upgrades. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Mark. I'll take you. my chud's son. This is one of the coolest items in the game because you can hold it and it looks at you. That's one of the evilest items in the game because it hates you and is evil. See, look at that one. I chucked it at his face and and it activated the mines. Sometimes it like 100% dinks off of them. And nothing happens because of it. There's no problems. Which is, it's crazy to me, quite honestly. I feel like the bottle should be a one-shot, one-kill on those guys, because if I wasn't blessed with my strong legs perk, then I would probably already be dead to those guys. Like, I struggle to believe that this run would have made it so far. Oh. Is that the neighbor? Or is that an enemy that I haven't seen before? Oh, that's definitely the neighbor. So this is one of those moments where playing in single player is a huge, huge benefit. Because our buddy the neighbor, he reacts to sound. Okay, well that fucking sucks. And we're gonna try to leave now. But the neighbor is bad at seeing us because he's shy. But also because he's shy, he attacks a lot of things that are very loud. So the luckiness in single player of it, I think one more worm hit and then I'm fucking off forever. The luckiness in single player of it is I can yap all day and nobody is allowed to care. I can say all of the silly billy words that I desire. Oh, there's another chud son. And the neighbor will not murder me for it. Whereas if you're playing in like multiplayer, you're gonna go, oh my god, guys, there's a spooky ooky monster, guys. And then the neighbor's gonna run at you, and then your friends are gonna run at you, and then everybody's gonna have a bad time. Whereas in this, I think literally I just have to crouch and then get not too close to him. And I already have the journal entry for getting him. So, whatever. Also, apparently there's a consequence for feeding your chud son to Kletka. I have yet to witness it. I know it's a thing. I swear I do. However, it hasn't mattered yet. It hasn't affected me, so who cares? It's simply not my business. A little bit of extra, I don't really care about that. Upgrade 9? That's crazy. This floor is probably gonna have some silly gimmick that'll destroy me. Like, we're gonna have a fire floor or something stupid. It's not on fire, so we're gonna get Samos board. There's 4 tools. Or 4 upgrades. It's, hell yeah. 1 tool, 2 extra. The 2 extra are probably going to matter not much to me, because I believe that the only extra that can spawn in this area is the, what are they called? There's, like, totems that are, like, the deal with the devil equivalent. I saw a name on the right. There are deal with the devil equivalents that are totems in this game, and the totems are almost... I've never seen them not behind a wall that you have to blast open. And we are in a situation where our wrenches are pretty important. Is that a freaking gun? There's a gun in there. The guns aren't really good in the game, as far as I've paid attention. They're not the best survival tool, but they're pretty cool. Are they gonna? Okay, I thought the cones were gonna be following me, and just like explode on the landmine. It would have been funny if it happened. For some reason, one of those cones was damaged. Oh no, dude. Another cucumber. I wonder why it gives the deactivate prompt on the cucumber when that's not an option. You can spam left click all day, your cucumber will stay on. So we're just gonna get an increasingly bright Kletka forever and always. I forgot to put my repair kit in there. I feel like we've been pretty low on health this run. Oh, but the 12 beer solves that immediately. Okay. Usually the beers are like friggin' what? I don't know, like 17 to 25. I've never seen a 12 cost beer in my life. Maybe it's just because I made it so far without needing to buy one, maybe? Maybe it's just like supply demand. The more you buy them, the more expensive they get. Because I think the most expensive one I saw was like 25, and that was in a lobby where players were dying a lot, so they were like scrounging. I do also think that there is just like variable price for them. Because I've also seen on the same level that some beer shops will be like 12. Or not 12. Some will be like 22, some will be like 24. Another wrench is cool. It means that we could... Oh, just stepped on a freaking landmine. Okay. What happened to my beer? What happened to my... What happened to my beer? What was that? I pressed the button to drink beer, and now my beer is gone, and I didn't heal it all. That's doo-doo. I don't know what happened there. The bug that ends your run. That's so cool. Fuck me. What do I do about that? I don't have any healing. Right? Yeah, no healing. No healing. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I'm not worried about that at all. Fuck. Okay. That's worm. So we're going. I don't... Whatever. That sucks. That really sucks. I think that we need another beer before the boss fight happens. The boss fight happens on floor 33. I believe it is simply a demand that we get some sort of healing before then. Okay. Mr. Beer Shop. Please. We're close. It's not impossible to get it on this floor. I mean, it's not impossible to get it in this room. We have to get lucky on this crate, though. It's flies. It's always flies. I forgot to do my scan. So we have potential and only extra. That's silly. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go for a close bottle then. Yeah, spooky ooky monster. That's fine by me. I don't care about any of the extra because I believe... Dog. Okay. Huh? Oh, the beer just works differently in single player. Rather than... Okay, why does it still say that it heals 80 then? You pick up the beer, it says it'll heal 80, you drink it, it does nothing physically. Okay, so because I have my extra life and I drank 2 beers that give you extra lives without figuring that out, I'm currently the owner of 4 lives. So we're a lot more comfy than I thought I was. I do seem to remember that if you die, you lose your extra perks. So it will... Dude, he's T-posing at me. Oh, no, he was mid-animation. I thought he was just like sliding towards me. You open the elevator into a sex dungeon. The only thing you see is a man slide towards you at Mach 10. Oh, anti-gravity floor. Hell yeah. Bunch of upgrade. That's nice. Do I see any? I think I didn't look good enough. That's probably an upgrade. No, that's a spray can. Okay. I don't think I could discern a single upgrade. Not one. Which is fine. Here you go, Kletka. Something that I think also just I'm noticing in playing single player is I'm used to the elevator stuff just kind of filling up on its own. Like I'm used to just walking in after not being home for a while, and then getting and then just seeing some stuff be filled up. There's one of those obelisks. It's one that we will not be taking. That one rerolls one of your perks. Oh, dude, there's a... It might be worth it for the extra life, quite honestly. If I see a mine, I'll think about it. Because if every beer that I drink is an extra life, then getting a beer for the cost of a mine is a purely good experience. That's something that we want to happen a lot. Okay. Kerblamo. Right? Yeah. Yummy, yummy beer. That one heals me? That one heals me. Now you gotta explain that one to me, video game. Are there two different beer entities? Is there the beer that gives you a health upgrade and then otherwise is there the beer that heals you and then the beer that gives you an extra life? Are those two separate entities in this world? Is that what we live in? I struggle to believe flies would know how to fly in zero gravity. I know that's kind of their whole thing, but I think that's a little unrealistic. Yummy, yummy beer. I walked the wrong direction because I'm so drunk. I love how your controls drift in space when you're drunk. That's so funny. I probably shouldn't have just been holding a direction when there's landmines in space, but whatever. The landmines glow red, so surely I should be able to see them in advance. Surely. There's also some crazy physics stuff, so I've had some anti-grav levels where you just kind of explode because a mine gets like pushed around by something you didn't think about. It's still probably one of the coolest effects to get in the game. It just feels fun. Feels good to waltz around in. It's because they made the space controls good. There's so many games where you're let go into zero gravity and the only thing you notice is that it sucks to play. But that's not the case in this. It's kind of just like it's almost like no clipping. That's almost what the controls are. Because it's like you just holding W moves you directly towards where your mouse goes, which is what it needs to be. That's what has to happen. Yo, Tetolo. My buddy that bought me this game is the world's biggest Teto fan. So that's why those are Teto loaves and not just regular loaves of bread. It's because we need to honor our forefathers who spent like $8 so that I can play a video game. Now those are the heroes that matter. I gotta love how my fart makes me faster in space. Now that's lore. Is this Roblox? Honestly, I get how you'd think that, but no. This is a whole unique experience. This is its own thing. And we're in space right now. Calling it Roblox is really funny, though. I'm not the dev, so I'm not gonna be insulted. I'm sure that's rude to say, but man, you made me smile, Gatter. You really made me smile. To continue the trend of always talking about Grapefruit for forever, his co-star Lark on one Isaac stream. He just said, "Oh, let's just say you're gonna be smiling," and then that just became like a meme on the channel. Why was that door mostly injured? And now I can't remove that phrase from my brain when it's very distinctly like a different channel's bit, but I just like it so much. There's something so funny about going, let's just say you're gonna be smiling. It's the ominous positivity in the best way. You're gonna be smiling. It's so good. That's exactly what I think every time that I subscribe to a YouTuber who has 100 million subscribers. I'm like, yes, surely they will read my name aloud and be like, Kirby Mancer, I love this guy in particular. That's exactly what happens. And nobody's allowed to tell me anything differently. Space Radio. And you know why you're not allowed to tell me anything differently? Because it would hurt my feelings. It's the only reason you need. I love, by the way, that despite the door being locked, you could just punch it down anyway. There's locked, like, metal things. If you punch something metal, it hurts. So if there's a locked cabinet or a locked safe, you are allowed to punch it open, but it comes at the cost of a lot of health. So hard to say if it's worth anything. I feel like I've gotten most of the lore. There's almost definitely lore left over on the final area, but that's because it's hard to get there. Is anything following you, or do you just need to punch boxes? It depends on the floor. It's sometimes on floors there will be like evil gas, but since this floor is anti-gravity, the evil gas can't be here, and a lot of floors will spawn with enemies. We got lucky, and we got a really safe, simple floor to go through. But usually the floors will kind of at least try to kick your ass harder. It's hard to say if they will or not, but they definitely attempt. What do I not have upgraded? Kletka. Another anti-gravity level? Okay, are you joking? Yeah, okay. There's one fuel, one extra. I hope that my scan just lets me find the fuel using my eagle eyes. It's definitely not letting me find the fuel, you know? I literally just messed around in an anti-grav level. I don't care that I need more stuff lest the boss curse-flowed me. I don't feel like it. As simple as that. This level rocks because it's small. I do think that the aspect of the game where you just kind of walk around and punch boxes, it makes it more fun for multiplayer. Like, I just play this with my buddy who I like talking to a lot. And so this will just be our, like, background noise guy activity while we sit here and yap all over the place. I believe the scanner said there were more upgrades than that. Nope, I'm lying. I'm made up. There's literally nothing. Might as well see if the fuel's easy. I think having an upgraded scanner is great because you can go to a floor that you weren't really sure if you were going to go to or not. Like this one, the wet floors are evil. There's 5 upgrades. Goodness. Is there any that I can see? Oh, okay. We're not allowed to participate in this floor. It's amnesia. The water hurts you. Okay. That's fine, I guess. I didn't want any of those upgrades anyway. 7 upgrades? Okay. I mean, this is the last level before the first boss fight, so it makes sense that they would give you a bunch of junk here. Do I have any healing at all? No. We're literally just gonna walk at the boss fight. Oh, this is a floor where you hallucinate, is what they call it. But there's a bunch of good junk, so our visuals are gonna be a little fucky for the moment. Oh, and the whispering, but I kind of like the whispering. I'm not even an ASMR guy. I think it just kind of fills the gaps a little bit better than I am able to. Biggest complaint, totally. Oh yeah, I forgot. Part of the element, or part of the features of this floor is that stuff will show up and then just disappear in front of your face. That is a champion mimic with a rake. Holy crap! Holy crap! Um, you know, if I can kill him, I get all of his shit. Dude, he used the world on me. He used the world on me. Bro used the world on me. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Dog, we're so dead. Why was that one random mimic so powerful? The first enemy we see in a ton of floors, they kick our asses. Wasn't an illusion. I mean, most of my health is gone. Usually the illusions are just like items and pickups on the floor. So the fact that it hurt me a lot, really, really bad, leads me to believe that it's probably alive. Oh crap, I don't have a rake. A rake usually helps in this boss fight a lot. So, for those of you that have watched me play The Binding of Isaac, this boss fight might feel a little bit familiar if you've ever heard of the name Envy. And so this one sucks. I think that this boss is really hard. Oh, yep, there goes a bunch of my health. Because, as the foreshadowing of me calling it Envy implies, it will split up, and it's a lot harder to space yourself properly in 3D space than the world that we have in The Binding of Isaac, where I can just kind of do whatever I want. And usually you'd have like multiple people, more weapons than a wrench and a kinky whip, but that's fine, I guess. Well, mano y mano. This is where my practices come in. This is the kind of stuff that I do in video games anyway. It kind of feels like when Spudling collides with me, they take a buttload of damage, which I'm kind of okay with since I have like 3 extra lives. I wonder if it will use my my perk life before or after my beer lives. That's such a thing. I love when roguelikes make you say sentences. Yeah, come down, buddy. We need to beat you up eventually. Hell yeah. That felt very fair. Okay, that was my perk life. That was very distinctly my perk life. Where did I die? Where's my stuff? I need my weapon. Where's my stuff? Oh, there you are. I was looking for a body, you know? One of those things that usually happens when people die. It's just a little curious about it. Okay. Take wrench. Yes. And now the boss is hard, because just like every good Envy fight, when you break it after the first time, it starts using projectile attacks on you, which is obviously how boss fights should work. So we want to erase these middle sections as fast as humanly possible. Fuck your shit. And then it's kind of just about clean up. Ugh. I hate you nubs. I wish I had the friend that shot projectiles rather than the friend that shoots melee. Oh, but that is a boss. That is a boss done. And I haven't even touched into my beer lives yet. I haven't even... the beer lives haven't even been considered. What? It's a new journal entry. But I think that's just because my friend got the final hit the last time I fought them. That was stressful, but nonetheless, easy. I'm not even Canadian or British or anything. I think it's funny. I've watched 100 million hours of content from people across the big water, the big blue. So something about this elevator stop is hilarious to me. Just the elevator doors open, just shitty conveyor belts and a single gas can. It's beautiful. That's storytelling. That's environmental storytelling. FNAF could learn a lot from this. I really wish... I mean, it's just the fact that I don't play many first-person games, and that a lot of my first-person games played are... Oh, funny joke. A lot of my first-person games played are, in Source, but I want a bunny hop, and that's not an option, but I really want to. Also, this is a funny prank. If you watch Markiplier play this game, they get clowned on by one of those in a really funny way, and Bob and Wade are just like sitting there. They're getting samosa'd, so they're on samos board, so they're on a time limit from the poison gas. This is a fire floor, by the way, so we're not gonna mess around here too much, but they're getting poison gas. They're trying to go back into their ship, and then they get clowned on by the silly little meme like door blockage. Oh, there's a lot of junk going on already. Thus is the fire floor. I don't want to deal with that. But yeah, Bob and Wade just kind of sit there and stare at it. Oh, literally the only way to go is past the spooky enemy. And then Mark I think Mark like panics and decides that the last option possible is we're leaving. Is to punch the door, and then Bob just goes, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking happy that you." What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? I've never seen this before. It just starts again? It just starts again? What the? That's the scariest thing this game has ever done. That's the most fear I've felt in a video game, like, ever. Dog, you cannot put me in a video game where my one lifeline is an elevator and that just close the doors on me and make my controls stop working. Holy crap. Dude, imagine you're in a 6-person lobby. You'd feel claustrophobia in the video game because there's player collision. Your elevator just like gets caught and stops. And everybody just has to, like, sit there and exist. Oh my goodness, dude. I thought I was playing Friend Slop, not a horror simulator. The heck do you mean this is a horror game? I wasn't prepared for that. This is the game where I do mundane tasks for 2 hours and talk to chat. That's all that was supposed to happen on my end. We have to stop at floor Miku because hi Miku. I'm still unsettled. It freaking got me. I got completely got. Nails. There is indeed gun. The scan. Samospore, nothing. Cool. I think that's because this specific layout doesn't have airlock doors. I think that if the airlock doors, it's just like, sorry. No Samospore here today. Oh, and all the light is kept on by these. Which is silly because, like, why would you ever put your fuel into something that's not the elevator? Dude, I'm the smartest gamer alive. I don't think I die for that, but it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I think that the extra life mechanic being a thing is just, it's confusing. I'm not ready for it. That's sad that you can't jump over the banister. Away, see your eye. Okay. You know, that might be something. In single player, actually no, because I have a really good, I have a good eye for maps, so this is getting sold. It's just a compass. It shows your way back to the start. Currently lower on fuel and with no fuel to get, so let's upgrade you. Boop-a-doop. Just me casually at 8 health. Guys, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. See, I just got a 5er. I wonder what happens if we aggro that guy into the trapwire. Hi, landmine buddy. I see that there's some gas behind you, and I would love some. Are you activated by noise, perchance? Doesn't seem so. This is scary. Are you gonna... He's supposed to, like, get up and charge. What is this? Obviously. Why would anything else happen there? Why would that situation play out in any other way ever? And there's the stupid flying enemy. The thing about the flying enemy is you have to run. Oh shit. Oh no, it was lore. There's extra perks, and there are lore, and both of them look extremely similar. Really, that beer is more than. Why was I not allowed to buy the beer? Okay. Well, if I was at the maximum amount of lives, I am no longer at the maximum amount of lives. I'm unsure what happened there. This is why everybody comes to watch Kirby Mancer 52. I don't even play, like, I don't have the Kirby Mancer 52 moniker, like, on. The 52 has been lost in translation. It got taken in the divorce. Dog. Okay. I need to grab my whip and just end this fella. I've never had one of them be so aggressive to me before. You're a little bastard, aren't you? You're a little piece of garbage. You killed the poor cripple guy? They're not even... I don't even think that you can call them crippled. Because, like... They have an animation that plays sometimes where they'd, like, stand up. So I don't even think it's crippled. I think that it is a choice on their side to crawl around and also to have landmines on them. They at least have the capabilities to, like, see, bro stands up, then gets down, and then charges at me. There's no injuries happening to that person's body to make them act that way. That is chosen behavior, if I've ever seen it. Also gambling. Let's go. Yo, it gave me my money back, but because it was gambling, it feels fun. It actually didn't even give me my money back. I think I lost one. Oh, I've never seen that happen before. The punishment. Then I should krill this because they drop monster meat, which is important to my gameplay. I think I gambled on accident without paying attention to it. Imagine trying to tell that to your wife. She's like, where'd all of our money go? I think I gambled on accident. I'm not really sure, but it's the only place that it could have gone. Thank you, gas can. This level is massive. Thank you, gas can. You should really be able to consolidate your gas can. Is this lore or is this something that I care about? It's lore. Phooey. The battery rocks, though. The battery means that there's more time where chat and people on YouTube in the future are allowed to see the video game. That's a huge bonus. That's something we love. I'm a huge fan of when the video game is able to be looked at. Almost as much as I am of gambling on accident. Just like, no babe, you don't get it. I slipped and put it all on red. It was an accident. I was downloading a game on the computer and there was a virus. I feel like that was a very successful floor. We got all sorts of fuel when that was exactly the thing that we were desiring more of. Oh yeah, I shouldn't feed Kletka yet. Kletka. And we have 1,000,000 repair kits and only one weapon, so I'm gonna fix my whip because that feels like a thing that needs to be done. Feels like a demand. Okay, goodbye, Floor Miku. Floor 40 is a shop, and we just spent all of our money, so kind of banger. We could buy the thing that's on sale. Let's go. There is also a the pit. You can sell to the pit, but I don't think we have any. You know, we can get rid of our compass. Goodbye. Is that worth anything? It's worth 3? That's crazy. In what world is that worth 3? That's actually kind of insane. The comedic farts I don't get. We're buying the repair kit because our weapon is important. Even if we only have one, our weapon is important. Okay. And off we freaking go. Okay. This floor looks mostly useless. This floor has 5 upgrade. Usually the enticing floors are the ones that will end your life without hesitation. You show up and you're like, ooh, there's so much stuff. Oh no, that's just a coggy. Can I see any loot thanks to that? There are handcuffs. I'm able to witness handcuffs. Thank you, scanner. Thank you. Oh, I witnessed a mimic. I think that just like, whoa, no, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. Oh, that's not a mimic. That's the flamethrower enemy. That's the enemy that flamethrowers you. That's the enemy that flamethrowers you. There's an enemy that flamethrowers you, and that's that guy. That's that one. Forgive me for not interacting with that enemy. I don't want to get flamethrowed. I think that I would rather not experience that at the moment. Okay. Is there anything I can see thanks to a scanner? There's a rat. I wish that the scanner showed rats. I think that would be cool. Why am I moving? I'm not touching anything, and my character's just like schmoving. Is it to the left of where I'm facing? No. Is it because I'm standing in a certain... Oh, it's because of the metal goo. I forgot about the metal goo. There's gray goo that is electrical. I don't feel like dealing with that. I think the gooby floors... Okay, that is a fire wasp, and I just witnessed another mimic. The game... The game isn't giving me any time to calm down. 12! 12 upgrade! That means that this floor is going to be the scariest one of the last 3 that we've seen. Chillblain. Ice floor. That kind of rocks. I can't help but notice that the upgrade count went down to 12. There's a backpack right here, though. That's not a backpack. That's food. Which is still really good. I think I saw a backpack thanks to the scan, but who knows. Snow levels are the best ones because the music is epic. I love the lay. I love the lay snow theme in this video game. The lay snow theme is the lay epic. That's terrible. Sometimes I just say things and I want to like vomit. I want to fight my own self for having uttered those words. I'm sure to an extent it's great for content because you get to mayhaps perchance once in your life witness a unique sentence. I'm still searching for one, but it would be cool. I think hearing a fully unique sentence and being aware of what it is would be really a cool thing to experience. I think. I don't know what to say about this. It's just a little fucking gremlin stuck on the ladder, and he's laughing to himself maniacally. Like, yeah, you have fun there forever. That's thinking about the little ladder gremlin. Oh, we got a new friend, and there's a mimic being shoved into eternity. Oh, but the mimic killed an enemy for me. I don't know how to read that. Also, yes, you read that name correctly. Our new friend's name is Drunkleton. And he's a little buddy wearing a, like, hazmat suit and a backpack. I just want to make it clear that I think going down here is a bad idea, but I'm doing it anyway. Because there's friend. That mimic is just... It's very capable of making my day worse. And I really would rather that not happen. I feel like most any time in history that I have attempted to deal with a mimic, and then being hostile, was that friend just nothing, or did it just not say a name? I don't... There's 2. Was the friend thing just fake? Oh no, I got a shit stain. I don't remember what this guy's name is, but he's one of the better ones. The little poop guy and the little fly are the those are the ones that matter. They're the ones that have like DPS possibilities. The fly goes in for melee attacks, and the shitter he throws. Oh, what are you? You're glowing. An upgrade, or is it a lore? It is an upgrade. Let's go. Oh, but yes, indeed, when I died, I lost my other upgrade. So this upgrade will only be for this one life, which is truly a shame. You can crouch jump. You're not allowed to bunny hop, which is cringe. Also, these little gremlins, they spawn in pairs, and they're supposed to hang out together. But I think because that one got stuck on the ladder, he's just gonna be not doing anything for all of history. The little gremlin. Maybe he's a little friend. I think that this second area is so much cooler than the first area. It's kind of negligible, I think, in the afterthoughts of it. Like, at the end of the day, I think that they're both pretty similar, but the second area is just something about it appeals to me as a person more. I like the industrial feel rather than the like homey feel of the last one. I think it's so funny how a single gear is massively heavy. It's like sure game. Oh, there's that backpack that I saw forever ago. I told you it was real. I actually didn't tell you it was real. I believe if anything, I incited doubt that it may not be real. But it's epic to have. We're currently at maximum backpack. You can still, like, pick up more stuff, but, or more backpacks, but if you do, it only increases your carry capacity. It doesn't increase your, like, hotbar slots. That's worm. Dude, me when worm. I think I still feel the need to... Actually, is there anything else to explore? No, we did it all. I don't feel like punching boxes. We're running up on my time limit for the day. So I'm starting to think that we should start skipping some floors. Because it would be so much cooler to die to the next boss rather than to die to just like some random floor element, or me being like, oh, well, I gotta go. So it's like, I think I kind of want to scan for like fuel, wrenches. I don't see any. So I think it's time that we go. We want fuel and tools. Something just exploded, and I'm so curious about that. Like, what even has the chance to think about exploding around me? Like, seriously, what? I know that this room is small, so we're just going for it. Getting another beer would probably help, or... Yeah, I mean, I don't have the money, but I think that we're not even allowed to hold another one at the moment. Which is... sad. Very sad. Just... I guess this is just speedrun to floor 66 now. I don't think that I'm gonna... The thing is, the only time that I've ever seen a boss on floor 66, it has been, like, it died instantly. It pulled off 2 moves, maybe. So, it's just, like, I don't know. I struggle to feel anything about it, because it feels like if I try to think and say words, I'm just gonna make a poor assumption and cause problems. That's how I feel about the secondary boss. Overload just means that it's forcing us to stop. I don't think that it forces us to interact with the level in any way at all. Like, I'm still totally just able to scan and be like, ooh, I see a thing that's in the very first room, so I'm gonna go pick up the swag. And then I'm gonna schmonk the swag, and then I'm gonna leave. This is the other healing item that makes your vision worse. I think we're gonna run into some issues of Kletka not being maintained, but maybe that's a lie. I should probably be looking for tools, I guess. Tools low. Alright. You got me on that one. Alright. This is a small one. It's hard to see. Yo, a weapon! I cannot tell a lie. I got mega jump scared by my buddy there. I felt my ass leave my seat. That's how scared I got. That's how much fear I feel. The things I do for love. Oh, if I'm gonna try to do an impersonation, I should practice it beforehand so that it's like, so that one person in all of the world would be able to tell what it is. Okay. We're really just, I mean, to an extent, like, what else do you do? Yeah, I think that the main thing is you want to, like, get more tools, and those enemies that are saucy and upgraded looking, if they are an actual, like, threat of an enemy, then they will drop special loot that you can use to upgrade your weapon, and I'm just kind of forgoing that because I'm running out of time, quite honestly. This is kind of a long game to play, and I usually don't give myself the most time ever to play games, which is indeed my own fault. It's what happens when I'm trying to, like, do a side job, work an entire shift, and also stream. But it happens, so we're not allowed to stop at 63. That's sad. I kind of wonder why there are some floors where the answer to if you can stop or not is just plain no. It's just curious to me. We're also running into that future I was worried about, where no wrench gaming, which it can be solved with some amount of manual labor, but when you try to do it without a tool, it will it'll slay you. It'll kill you. Oh, this, I don't feel, if my only goal is getting resources, I'm not gonna deal with a floor where there's a bunch of fake spawns. I will, however, go to the cool, funny floor. Oh, I've never seen this one before. I've seen the movie, but I haven't seen, shouldn't I have gotten an achievement for that? There's an achievement for this. Find Ronin Plus. New journal entry, Ronin Plus. That's so cool. That's so I love my balanced gameplay. That looks like if you try to go down, you die. Ooh. I genuinely didn't think that the platform was going to come down. I thought that it was just going to be like a thing to look at. A knife? Oh, am I dead now? Am I dead because I did that? I think I'm dead because I did that. There's almost no way that that goes back up. In the movie, it doesn't. Okay, so how about this? Because I have literally every weapon on me, and the next floor is my fucking boss fight, and I know that if I die, I'll lose my weapons. I should just try to freaking huck them up anyway. That looks kind of doable. That looks kind of doable. Oh, I performed poorly there. But I think it's doable. Maybe? Gone forever. That rake is not getting up. That rake is not getting up. There's no way. There's no way. Now this is gaming. Now this is gaming. At least we can hear our elevator music sometimes. Oh, yeah, okay. I think I'm just gonna... I think the rake is never happening ever. Oh, shit. Maybe we don't even have enough uppies to do it. I had to get the achievement. The thought crossed my mind that Ronin Plus might, or the achievement might have been the little thing on the platform. But it seems that you are not allowed to get weapons back up top. So my only option is to... Oh my gosh, when you throw them, they don't even... I get to keep none of my gear. Because I wanted the achievement, I get to keep none of my gear to go fight the boss with. That's cool. Alright, so we have 3 repair packs, 2 Lumen numbers, that are glued to the floor, I guess. Guys, I wonder how this one's gonna play out. I'm really curious about if I'm gonna be able to beat this boss fight or not. So this is the exact same boss that me and my friend exploded last time because we had a bunch of gear. And today we experienced the opposite, where I'm walking into this boss fight with literally nothing that can do damage. I'm just gonna have to, like, fisticuff him. Maybe one of these crates on the side will give me something that can hurt before I have to fight the boss. I mean, technically, I do have my friends that do damage. Like, if I'm able to survive for long enough, my little shit stain and my little buzzy buzz, they'll do a job. The thing is, last time I was here, last time I fought this guy, he didn't do a single darned thing to me. So I have actually no clue what they're capable of. It looks like they're trying to turn towards me and charge a lay epic laser, but I don't know about that. Yo, dude, a single weapon. Let's go. Okay, he sucked me. He made a loud noise. He's made of metal, so punching his base actively hurts me. I have no clue if that did damage to him or not. Am I able to... his little yell maneuver messes up the music. That's fun. Oh. I am allowed to punch the head. Let's go. Itemless is possible. Guys, itemless is possible. I have no clue because I think that the final boss has mandatory other stuff. I think, you know, maybe I can push the fire barrel into him. I don't even really care that it's hurting me. I think that it's probably genuinely I think that the fire barrel is kind of my only hope. Unless knocking it over puts it out. Oh my god, knocking it over puts it out. Ah. We love punching bosses for 5 years. We love punching bosses for 5 years. It does a really strange thing to my movement whenever he makes that noise. It's like a world's weirdest debuff. And he inflicts like different numbers of it. And so you just have to like deal. So strange. The worst part is, I hate to spoil it for everybody, but there's a second phase incoming. So, this glorious, glorious boss fight. I literally joked to my friend who I destroyed this guy with that I would be like, oh, next time I just have to show up with literally nothing so that I'm able to learn the boss's patterns so that we can kill it more consistently. And look at me now. Look at me now. The fact the music can even try to attempt to be like stressful or anything is really funny to me. Does he have a Clippy hanging out his side? I feel like I witnessed a Clippy. Which, I mean, if I could find more of those, then this boss fight would sure go faster. Imagine if I had, like, any of the 3 weapons that I had in me. I couldn't foresee the universe where I took damage. Yo! Okay, just in case we survive. I have a weapon now! You're gonna get owned, sucker. Oh, what? Do I still have to hit him in the face? Yeah, you're still supposed to hit him in the face. Well, second phase moment. Now what? Now what? Now what? Now what? I can't hit you because I don't have a ranged weapon. What are you gonna do to me, bitch? What, you're gonna be easier? Is that really your plan? Is your plan to be an easier fight in the second phase? Maybe his plan is to disappear entirely. I like the convenient spotlights. Oh, you know that they're not convenient spotlights. The spotlights are positioned to tell you where he is. I don't know what I do about this though. I don't know what I do with this knowledge. Do I stand under where he is? Maybe? I don't... This is so silly, trying to figure out what the hell this boss is. What do I do? Do I punch the garbage? I can tell that the spotlights are trying to tell me that bro is somewhere, but like, what do I do about it? And bro's moving now. Oh! Skill-based gameplay. That's what we in the business call skill-based gameplay. I put effort and strategy into that win. And things happened out of it. Positive things. For some reason. We might need a team of freaking scientists to figure out what the hell happened there. You want to know the worst part? The worst part of it all? This boss has drops. This boss is supposed to drop stuff that is supposed to make you stronger for the next area. But I think because they went off and like screwed away from the boss arena and landed in some sort of death barrier, I think that all of the items that I'm supposed to get from them got erased from history. I think that's a thing that happened. I think that's the universe that we live in, and I'm not happy about it. Not happy, Bob. Not happy. I think it's cringy that the sex dungeon floors are things that you should go to because the whip is genuinely one of the best weapons. Did you guys see that? Did you see me actively look away from the elevator switch to heal, and then instead of the game doing what I wanted, the elevator instead freaking stopped and then healed me at the same time as well? So the issue here, the issue that we face now is the flesh mines are massive. These floors are insanely huge, like genuinely. And I'm on a time crunch still. Like I'm here. I'll play my run out. Like we've gotten this far in. We deserve at least some amount of like recompense, some amount of closure for the world that we live in. So I'm gonna try to keep going fast, but I don't know how good that'll do for us. It gave us an overload on a floor that we can't stop at. That's strange. Whenever it says overload, that just means that it is forcing you to stop. Clutch. Super clutch. Our Kletka was very, very injured. Fuel, not looking great. There's no fuel on this floor. I peace out. Currently, fuel is the game. And Kirby Mancer is my name. Speaking of names, I don't even remember like the source of it. But in Venture Bros, maybe I don't know. I'm trying to remember what the actual bit is because it's kind of important, but it's not really. But essentially, Hank and what's his nuts, Dermot are talking, and Dermot is doing like classic kid shit, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna like do a prank call and tell them that my name is." I don't remember what he said, but it's something like he just goes like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell him my name is Mike Oxmall." It's just like one of those. And Hank is like, "Oh," and tries to join in on the joke, and he goes, "Ah, that's genius. I'm gonna call somebody and go, my name is Walter Melon." and I can't stop thinking about Walter Melon. There's something glorious about fucking Walter Melon. Yeah, it's just, oh, I feel so many positive emotions for you, Walter Melon. Truly and honestly, I hope Walter Melon finds success in life. I also believe that there are some new, well, not restricted to this area, but I think that the further you go in, there's like a higher chance that spookier enemies spawn. So I think in the meat mines here, we might run into a invisible foe, which is very, very capable of crisploading me. I feel like in streaming, I am very, very consistently not looking at my screen good enough, and he's not like pure rawest form invisible, like you won't see him ever, but it's like it's the kind of invisibility where if you're not paying attention you won't see it, and that's why I'll crisplode, because I've yet to get hit by the invisible guy, but supposedly he hits like a truck, and I'm not about that life. I'm also I am a little bit sorry for making commentary or making stream and getting to the cool super special level and then just being like, sorry, I'm not gonna explore any of the levels. You know, this one's right before a shop. We're a little bit short on cash. There's no potential for some spore. There's some tools about. I'll give this one a go. I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all. If anything, I'm very, very scared. But like, we do require moolah of sorts. And the final boss arena has a beer machine in it that does not break. So saving up money for the final boss fight is very important. Okay, so is that just like a specter? Because that was a very human shape that just walked in an impossible pattern, and that's exactly what we saw earlier. And I've never seen that happen in multiplayer, but very distinctly and caught on camera, we've seen that happen twice today alone, where there's a humanoid shape drenched in shadow who just walks away in an impossible direction. I feel like that has to be an entity that is in the game on purpose. There's no way that that's just like a glitch or something. But the thing is, all of the entities seem to be incredibly killable. So I would wonder why they would add something that just like runs away. But maybe it's just supposed to scare you. I did see a little landmine fella down here, but maybe I'm just made up. Oh yeah, there's a meat mine man, a meat ore man. I don't really want to deal with you. It's slow, but this is an enemy that we haven't seen yet, or much. Not yet, because this one is actually exclusive to the meat mines. They are weak to pickaxe, I believe. No? Yes, they are indeed weak to pickaxe. I'll murder one for the show of it. I don't think that I have the journal for this, so why not? We can see little Buggo slaying. Honestly, some of the most work Buggo has done the entire freaking stream. You see that? The landmine guy, like, tried to aggro and then just, like, ran away from me. Okay. I don't know what they're doing, but it scares me. Oh, I mined the meat man, and he gave me another pickaxe. Thank you. He also gave me some meat ore, which is beautiful. You see how that mine got it? Or that bottle got the explosive guy? I genuinely have zero clue. Zero clue how that works in particular. Genuinely. And we are about to witness, I don't know if it has a proper name. Me and my friends just kind of call it the meat machine. Where in all of these big meat mines levels, there will be a bunch of pickaxes and a bunch of meat ore like this in the ground. And if you mine the meat ore with solely a pickaxe, is that worms? I don't think so. But if you mine the meat ore solely with a pickaxe, then it'll give you like 4 meat ore, and you can come over here to the meat machine. You can put all of your meat into it, and it has like a counter for your meat value. And then you can turn it into fuel or health. And honestly, at this point, I think that I need to turn it into fuel. Which, this is a nice little way for the game to keep you going on these later floors. Is you do usually have to fight for the meat, but like being able to get consistent healing and gas on every single floor is massive, especially since I believe the chance for enchanted enemies is a lot higher here as well. But yeah, that's like 5 entire minutes spent exploring half of the fucking level. In case anybody was curious how worth it that is. Yeah, I'm trying to upgrade my fuel as much as humanly possible so that I can just go down. I did say that I would explore this full level though, so I'm exploring the full level. And we're probably gonna get another meat fuel or meat to eat. But this is cool. I mean, there's no way to call this area bad. I think it's fun, for sure. It's hard to get to, so you're like, you get here and you're like, wow, look at that. Look at all of the hard work that I did to get to a area that's made of meat that makes me think about Psychonauts. It's also kind of silly. Actually, I don't even... The fact that the meat machine is so far away, I don't even really care too much about, like, going to make another meat thing. It's just so time-consuming. I bet this area would be amazing with 6 people, though, because it's just, like, power up before the final boss. Oh, chatters beware. The 18+ thick hot enemy has arrived. Look at those bodacious curves. Boy, would I want to insert verb on that. Insert noun. I love to see her walk away, because if she notices me, she will kill me. But that's an enemy that I'm not dealing with at all. She has a low chance to spawn on earlier floors, and unless you, like, get her with a mine or something, she just kind of runs up at you Mach 10 and smacks your lights out. So, I'm perfectly content running away from that at full speed. I think that's the proper move to do, and I need to continue on my grand journey. I wonder why it keeps turning off my radio. I haven't hit the button to turn off the radio a single once ever. I really do. I want to speedrun. I think we're going to be skipping a lot of floors in the incoming days. Quick, sell something, because I want to be able to afford both of those. Because the wrench and the fuel, that's exactly what you need to keep your Kletka going. I just got an achievement, which you can see for spending a lot at the shop. But, yeah. Fuel and wrench, our Kletka's going far, baby. That's a South Park character, baby. I do want to check these at least a little bit. Wow. Okay. I think that we just start trying to go really far. I think that unless a floor looks like it has good fuel and good tools, we don't even stop there. If it does, we do a quick scan. This floor is interesting, so we stop here for views. And the next floor is interesting, so we also stop there for views. Look at me. It's like I'm in Toy Story. Me when I play that 1Gmod map. Me when I play that 1Gmod map. The lore. I think I've definitely gotten that lore before. I think it does like a little pop-up if you find new lore. I keep on getting scared because of my little drunk guy. It's just, he's guy-shaped. Usually when you see something guy-shaped in this game, it's terrifying. It makes you want to explode in fear and run away and cry and maybe shit yourself a little bit. There's probably more stuff in here. Ugh. We're on a time crunch. Listen. We're lucky I'm even going to the special floors. You want McDonald's? You buy it your dang self. Put those videos on the internet, you uploaded them, you better unload them. Oh, this is such a cool level to get. Oh, I was kind of hoping that I would get this for the first time with my friend around. I mean, speaking of Chris Chan, speaking of Chris Chan, speaking of Chris Chan, it's a terrible thing to do, but like when I reference Chris Chan and then I walk into a room like this, it's because this is like a bit. It's he got his what do you call it? The like DS flip note. Oh shit. Oh fuck. He got his flip note account banned because he posted a flip note of him and an unnamed woman naked floating in an endless pool like scenario such as this. And I think about it all the time because why the hell would you put that on flip note? But that's most Chris Chan is just staring at it like, what the hell? Medkit slay. I think the best part of Chris Chan, just like all over the place, it's just the fact that so many people stop Chris Chan and are like, hey, you did this thing and that was not okay. Learn this lesson in the future and try to be more okay. And then like 2 days go past and he's talking to somebody else and bro, or I mean, I guess it's gal in current day. I'm watching them in order, so it's like my mindset is Chris Chan in like 2009 right now, which is definitely not a female in that point in the story, but you should still care about pronouns. It's a hard question when it's a person you don't like though. But it's just so funny, like, because there's the Alec Benson Leary character, which I do think is probably the guy's actual name for that one. But he shows up and he talks to Chris Chan and he's just like, hey, there's these serious things. I'm giving you your warning. Like, if you do these quick, easy tasks, then the issue will not befall you. And Chris Chan is just like, you're bullying me. I don't like the way that you talk to me. You need to change your comics. Take down the ads. And it's just like, Chris Chan, please use your brain for 2 seconds. But that never happens. It never happens. I want to stop just so that I have time to... Oh, shit, I didn't mean to heal. I thought I was on my gas can. I saw red in the bottom right. Don't ever be around Kirby Mancer when he sees red. That'll be the worst scenario to be in. Ever. Let's go. Oh, I think that this is a small one, too. This is very fleshy. I feel like they put more flesh in this room than usual. There's a lot of flesh happening here. All right. Speedrunning. This is what an optimal speedrun looks like. It looks like staring at your bars and having stuff in your elevator. Ooh, ha 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 ha. The speedrun of this game probably sucks. Just thinking about it, because I almost bet that you just get enough materials for your elevator to happen and to kill the bosses. Oh, there's that yellow stain. I think your character must just like piss themselves. Every run when you get far enough, there's a yellow stain in this exact same spot that shows up. And it's not there when you start in the elevator. Maybe Kletka is like drooling. Maybe we piss. Signal flares. That's definitely the ammo I've not experienced before. I don't even want to be at this floor. Might as well see if there's anything close. The answer is no, so we go. The overload seems very pointless. Maybe it's just supposed to like scare you the first couple times that it happens. But it feels like the overload exists just kind of to be like, ugh, isn't that scary? And then you go, yeah, game, that was scary. And then you move on. Also, yeah, that's it. We're making it. And yeah, I need to heal my my one other weapon. So yeah, we have a crazy assortment of weapons here. A crazy assortment of weapons here. Oh my... Guys? The final boss is randomized. I've never seen this one before. I am going to have to sight read this. Something about looking at the scanner and seeing Get Out is really funny to me. But yeah, I'm about as geared up as can be. I got my 3 Kagi, I got my lockpick, I got my pickaxe. Alright, let's go mine some craft. Alright, what do I do about you? Okay, I beat up these, obviously. No? Surely I have to do something about them. The Tiefs. Okay. Maybe I need to find one that's not electrified. I really like the tiny building that we come out of for this. It's just like sure game. Oh, there's literally there's a cord to the correct one to hit. It wasn't there when the boss fight started, so I freaking went the wrong way. It's a cool feature. I think I'm gonna try using my lockpick as damage first. Yeah, that's about what you think would happen. I assume the pink vapors are not the best for me, but I'm not getting like stat down. It also seems that the lockpick doesn't have any durability despite it hitting better than my hand, which is cool. That's a benefit. That's a bonus. That's a great thing to be experiencing. The sad thing to be experiencing is you can't mine it. Why can I not mine it? Oh, that was the wrong button. You also can't clippy it? The heck are you supposed to do? Hold on a second. What do you do though? I'm not quite sure I understand. Or does it change? Do you have to like kill the entire thing before a time limit runs up? This is completely different than the other boss. I mean, it should be. It should be. It feels like I'm being scammed a little bit, though. Come on, weapons, weapons, weapon. And we definitely don't have enough bottles for anything else, so what the fuck ever. I'm so curious about how the heck they expect you to figure out this boss instantly. Okay, thank you for being close this time. Okay, I'm glad that I can hit that one. It's a benefit. It gave me nails. Powerful. Beautiful. Terrifying, beautiful, powerful, great Prince Zote. I think the worst part about this is that I see that second health bar there, and I just know that I'm not gonna have enough weapons to be using weapons the entire time against that. It's just not gonna be the case. It's not how it's gonna play out. It definitely seems... Oh, yes! I got another weapon for that. It definitely seems like the play is to just run over to the weak point and smack it before any of the ads are capable of thinking about hurting me. Which, of course... Oh, dude, there's infighting! Let's go! Thank you, Mushroom Man. The Mushroom Man quite literally took down my biggest threat single-handedly. That's epic. Hi, ear. Imagine some tiny guy just walks up to your ear and beats it up with a wrench. Intense boss fight. A crowbar. I don't know if I've ever seen the crowbar item before. That's kind of cool. You do gotta say, I think that this game does a little bit bad on it trying to be like scary and intense, but it's fun. Like, it's undeniable that this is a fun game to play. The atmosphere feels very, very strange. It's because it's just like, I don't know, how am I supposed to take this boss fight seriously when it's just a big glowing brain and this mushroom man attacking a corpse for forever? Like, there's 6 fridges in the wall. I don't know. So it's a little distracting. Like the bite on this man. If anybody's ever read Berserk, it kind of looks like a Beald. It gave me a gun. I've been given a gun. I love firearms. Let's go. Am I really just gonna shoot the brain to death? No ammo. That's sad. Well, as in Half-Life. Get clowned on, my guy. The end. I didn't think I'd be turning on the video game and getting a solo win, but there we freaking go. I need to do stuff with my life though. Let's look at where I am on the leaderboard. Nowhere. Maybe I'm somewhere. Maybe. I mean, I don't see a Kirby Mancer. A round user. There I am. I'm 31,000th place. Let's go. Okay, that was cool. I'm gonna look at my cosmetics to see if there's anything new. We got this one. That is kind of cool. I still think that hat is the best, but thank you everybody for showing up. I have other stuff to do with my day. I really didn't think that I was gonna beat the entire thing in one sitting, but yata and all that. Goodbye.